Carpenter here. Let's talk about something called the verification process. A little bit of a pain here, a little bit demoralizing in the sense that this happens after we submit our admissions applications, after we submit our financial aid applications. We feel like the work is done, but wait a second, I still have more to do, okay? And there's a few different ways that you might have to go through this verification process or not, which I'll talk about. And essentially verification means audit, okay? So just like we get audited for taxes, most of us are going to get audited or verified through this college financial aid application process. So it's different in the sense that most of you will get verified, whereas most of you will not get audited for taxes. So let's talk about exactly how that works. The most kind of popular one here, the buzzword, is IDOC. IDOC is a branch of College Board. So many of the colleges that require the CSS profile, which again is a branch of College Board, are going to follow up and say, hey, now that you submitted your CSS profile, we're going to get this email from IDOC that's essentially requesting our tax returns, our W-2s, any corporate or tax returns as well. And they act as kind of a central processing agency for a lot of the colleges that require the CSS profile. So if and when we are using a school or applying to a school that uses IDOC, we're going to hear from them usually within 24 hours of submitting that CSS profile. The next type of verification are from colleges themselves. So some colleges, 100% of applicants will have to go through this verification process. So a lot of times when families get chosen for verification or verified, they feel very nervous. Did we do something wrong? Kind of feels like we're getting audited. Our taxes are getting audited. Nobody likes that. This is different, okay? Many colleges verify, I shouldn't say many, but there are quite a few colleges that verify every single applicant. So you're not doing anything wrong. This is just standard operating procedure. And they're gonna say, hey, we don't use IDOC. We want you to send all the tax documentation directly to us. And then there's what's called federal verification. So this might be a state school that doesn't use IDOC. They don't verify everyone. They just verify a randomly selected amount that's usually about 1 in 3 applicants. And if that's the case, if you've been selected for verification, and this happens, we find in our practice that if you're a 2-household family or if you're a family with a low EFC, you're more likely to get chosen for federal verification. So they're going to reach out and say, here's what we need from you. These are the tax documents. This is what we need in terms of a verification worksheet. We need you to complete it, sign it, and get it back to us. But again, they're going to let you know if that's the case. And if you are lucky enough, you may not be selected for verification. So sometimes we coach up families that we get in front of to prepare them for being verified so much that they feel nervous when they don't get verified. Well, you may be lucky enough for that to be the case because not every school does it, or at least not for every applicant, and hopefully you're one of those that's lucky enough to fall into that category. So hopefully this gave you an overview of how this process works, and we'll look forward to talking to you again.